Hi, YouTube. So that's what the trend lines are, Thorogos. They're kind of just a general trend. I love trend lines. I've used them for 10 years now. Price tends to respect them, especially on the higher time frame stuff. So whenever I get near a trend line, it's always a key point of interest for me. Now, obviously, trend lines are slightly subjective. Some people draw them differently. So there's an art to drawing trend lines, if you will, that it comes with experience, I think. Yeah. I don't know if you referred them to as institutional levels the way Brutus does. He does more psychological stuff, psychological levels, which are very important just because people like round numbers. And since people like round numbers, they tend to trade round numbers. Thank you. So let's see if we can go through. Currently, I'm on a trade. So right now I'm in this trade, not that trade, this trade on the euro dollar. It was based off of my 1 hour analysis on the euro USD, in case anyone was interested. So this level that I have drawn up here is from what we have over here. So if we look left, we have support, support, support. We broke the support, and then we found resistance with a double top here at the same level. Now this level has continued to hold over here. We had a huge run up, rejected this level. During Asia today, we had a nice retest of that level with this nice rejection wick, and that's where I got in right afterwards using CMOP. So all criteria lined up for this trade. Had a nice bullish candle, which I took. Probably gonna lose the trade, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, so this is where we got it on this one. Now let's see if we got anything else lining up today we might be able to take. Your NZD is sitting on a trend line right now. Potentially a good sell, but I don't like that it broke to the upside. And now it's finding support on it. Probably not going to be anything good today for that, at least not anytime soon. We currently rejected the break of the trend line and then found support on it. Ooh, Daniel, let's go. Do you usually trade between sharp trend lines and have the wider ones as targets? Typically I trade between zones. So my typical trading that's not on like the 5-minute CMOB stuff that I've been doing. Where am I? Oh, this is gonna get stopped out. That's tragic. So for the most part, what I like to do is trade on the 1 hour from zone to zone. It's typically what I end up doing. So for example, I had this trade here. So this was the trade I took last week. We had a break of the zone, a retest of the zone. That was my entry where I was targeting I was targeting the highs here, but I'll target either the zone or something close to it. This was a 3R, so I was happy taking the 3R and didn't hold for 4. And also we had news coming up, so didn't really feel like playing with my odds or my luck. But typically I target zone to zone. Trend lines are a thing that I use to kind of give me my overall trend bias to help me figure out where things are going or where I can potentially look for something to move or reject from. The EU's just giving me the middle finger today. Euro yen. Yen topped out, went sideways, broke down below the level we have. By the way, if anybody has, oh my God, Sven, what is up? Sven's in the chat, everybody. If anybody has any questions or you want me to take a look at a market, just feel free to ask. I will talk about literally anything. And that is not an over-exaggeration. So feel free to ask any questions, trading related or not. Can you look at AU? Yeah, sure. Do you do crypto? I have an eye on BNB and Cake. I don't trade. I invest in crypto. I don't day trade crypto. So I have AU Gold and NAS. Yeah, sure. Ooh, AU looks nice. Kind of similar to Euro USD. Slightly different location though. So we have an overall downtrend that's holding here. We had a nice rally up. Rejection off the zone with a nice evening star, but then we had this massive bullish candle on the open, which is not as fun. I like to see if this run holds, but for the most part, I'd be looking to short this just because of this massive push up with no correction. And we're sitting at a level here. So I want to see what happens at this level. And then potentially look at a short for AU as well. Also why I'm looking at a short at EU if it doesn't stop me out here. But yeah, market's pushed really nicely at the open. We'll see if it holds or if it just kind of consolidates and then moves down during New York. But bearish on this for the most part. What's going on with NAS? NAS on the 1 hour. Huge rally. We got to, what do we get? Is this 800? Yeah, 11,800. Which is a nice rally for US residents, making a bit of money back. Although, see if it holds any. This is a huge amount of imbalance that kind of needs to be filled. I don't see a world where it doesn't get filled. It was a news candle, but I'm very much looking for that to get filled at some point. We'll see if it happens sooner or later. I know we're not going to get much volume out of NAS during London, but I'm also going to look for a short here. Sitting right between 11,800 and 11,700, which is a nice level where you can see prices reacted previously, last 6 months or so. So it is a key level. We're going to get a reaction in one direction or another, obviously. I'm looking for more of a break to the downside on this than an upside because of all this imbalance down here. When I enter on AU, I would look for so I'm not going to get into a long here because of this top, right? So if there is a long opportunity here, I would want to break in a retest of this high. So I'd want this to come up, retest, and then give me a confirmation of an entry here to take this back up. I don't like that there's a trend line I have right above that. It's a 4-hour trend line or daily trend line. So that gives me a bit of concern. Taking a long straight into that, I might wait on a long for AU. But essentially what I'm looking for a short here is confirmation of a double top and a bearish reversal candlestick pattern. What is what I would be looking for. Hey, Toast. Sven is looking at Cake USDT for a long, apparently. Yeah, Mo, I think it will get filled. The question is just how long until it gets filled on NAS, right? Because I mean, we're not, as much as I would love to have a recovery of the U.S. markets, it's not going to happen yet. Do it, bear. But we could have, we could see this come all the way back up to 12,000 before coming back down to fill this, right? That is possible. So I'd want confirmation. Take a look at gold, UJ. fully out of my 5-minute EU long. Am I out yet? No, I'm already out. I got stopped out. It's all good. Ski, I don't know where your bearish flag would be. Sorry, 5-minute. Ooh, 5-minute. I mean, I guess it's still running. And then yeah, it broke to the upside. I wouldn't really call that a bearish flag though. Bearish flag, you want some highs and lows, not what you have here. This was EU, by the way. Gideon. So I looked for a short, took a short, got stopped out, unfortunately. Right here. I'm still considering this for bearish. I might get a re-entry later today. We'll see. What's going on with gold? I love gold. Not really. Dean, anything? Hey, okay, so whose trading strategy is better? Do Artie, Christie, Brutus, Sven, and yourself talk shit each other over Zoom when you aren't live? It can be just between us. I'm sure no one else is listening. And why is Sven hiding? Sven's got some other stuff. He just probably popped in to say hi. We don't really talk shit about each other. There he is. He's still here. Yeah, we don't talk shit about each other's trading strategies just because everyone has a different one. And I don't think there's anyone is better or worse. There's just so many ways to trade. And I've seen people. Ooh, Sven. Ha! That's what I wanted to hear.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I know, but we had a little change of plans. And
Oh
so I'm
no.
actually in the office.
Okay. Well, welcome.
It feels so much better, actually. I texted there before, but it's so weird to have a Monday and not being part of the stream.
It is weird.
So kind of now back to normal.
Sam, welcome to TTF and welcome to my stream. It is very much not like all the other ones.
It's the best.
I agree, it is the best. I might not have the best trading strategy, but I do have the best stream. Just between me and you guys. Got stopped out 15-minute EU short too. Guess might be the imbalance that was left on the 1 hour. Yep, it might be. But I don't think you're getting an overall bullish strength out of this. So if we go EU, my stop loss probably wasn't high enough, but I don't think we break the highs here. I think we just got some bullish move on the open, and we'll see what happens afterwards.
Was the high actually higher on that move up than the pin?
Wait, what?
Yeah, slightly. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah, just barely took it out by just a few pips there before turning around again. Yeah, I should have put it above the zone, honestly, but it is what it is.
I mean, the candle was strong enough to say, okay, I just put it above the wick.
Right. Seemed good enough, but you never know. That's trading for you. Sven sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Luckily, I don't look like him.
You're also not from Austria. So, do you use the same risk on all trades, or do you assign different risks based on different setups? Usually it's the same. I do change my risk sometimes. but I don't significantly change it, and I don't take subpar setups, if that makes sense. So it's mostly the same risk. Occasionally, if I see a really, really nice setup, I'll look for a re-entry. I'll look for a trade with a little bit more risk on it, but usually not by much.
Yeah, and also if you want to start using different risks, this is actually for later, because it only makes sense to use different risks if you understand what is a good setup and what is a very good setup and what is a like A++ setup. I want to go heavy on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's something for later. You have to be really experienced to actually do that. And honestly, I'm not sure if that actually makes so much sense for intraday traders who are on a smaller time frames. For example, for me, I do it with my swing trading. I have different categories, so I know which is a higher probability, and I use different risk sizes for those. So if I have an A+ setup, I double my risk. If I have a setup I know, okay, this is a low probability, I scale down to a quarter of my initial risk. But that's nothing I do with intraday. Intraday, I just use the same risk for the strategy. And the strategy risk is defined for me. How many trades do I have? What is my win percentage? So what I'm willing to lose every day. And depending on that, I define if that is a 1% risk per trade or 0.5, 0.25. But after that, it just sticks.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the exact same way. When I do one 4-hour trades, that's where I tend to vary. But if I'm doing things like trading out back on the 5-minute, it's always the same risk no matter what. Though on the 1 hour, it does look bullish to make a higher high and create a bullish divergence and crash from there. That would be nice. I would really appreciate that if the euro did that and I could find a re-entry. We'll see. I was looking at gold, wasn't I?
Where I'm from Germany. You probably can tell by my accent. That's why I get a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger comments.
Get to the chopper. What strategy are you using? First time watching your stream, it looks like SMC to me. It's a personal strategy that I've been using for 8 years now, 7 years now, basically since I learned trading. It's sort of like SMC, but it doesn't have any of the SMC rules. I basically trade support resistance zones, trend lines, fibs with a candlestick pattern. My entry trigger is candlestick patterns. I love candlestick patterns, whether it's a continuation or a reversal. But that's how I trade. So I look for a point of interest at a zone. So if I'm at one of my drawn zones, I will look for either a candlestick pattern entry or some sort of chart pattern like a bear flag or an asymmetrical triangle that gets broken to one side or the other.
Would you take the tweezer bottom we see on gold, but just re-dipped into your zone? Because that looks nice to me.
This one?
Yeah. You get a nice little evening star peak and then tweezer bottom.
I mean, you have a nice 3-line strike too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have taken this. See what it looked like on the 15-minute. Yeah, 15-minute looked even nicer. Nice reversal.
Yeah, you could almost count it as a morning star. It's a little bit shallow on the star candle.
Yeah, I would have taken it on the break of this one. I would have used this as an indication that something's happening. You get a rejection here and then a bull candle. That's where my entry would have been.
Yeah, I agree.
So what is
happening? Would also be a very nice stop loss. But where's your? Okay, there it comes. That would be a nice trade.
It would.
I mean, it's hindsight.
Obviously. Gold broke the downtrend. Hallelujah, along with everything else, because the dollar crashed. Dollar didn't crash. But...
Hello, Carl.
Hey, Carl.
It's just for me, but maybe it counts too.
What time zone normally you trade on? Ski, I usually trade London. London and New York is my typical things, but sometimes I trade Asia because I'm awake for it.
There was a question from me, I guess. Do you stay in Germany or US? I'm in Germany.
AU making a double top. I hope it is. No, that's not AU, that's AU. Yep. Yeah, I might be able to get a re-entry on my Euro trade. We're rejecting that.
Oh, that looks juicy.
I know, right? A shame we couldn't have rejected 3 pips lower.
Yeah. But that's how it goes, right?
Oh, that is trading for you. That is definitely trading for you.
I think it's also a skill you have to develop to understand when you should re-enter, and when re-entering is just revenge trading, which is not good.
Yeah.
In this case, I would say, yeah, this was just bad luck and just go again, because the setup is still the same. It actually looks even better now.
I just need a nice bear candle, and that will be absolutely sexy. Is the imbalance filled now, or does it have to be filled by a body of the candle? That's a you question, Sven. But does this get filled here?
You just need a price to go there, so it doesn't matter if it's wick or body.
There you go. Wick or body, but it already got filled here and then just came and retested. It's London Open volatility. It happens. That's why I'm not too terribly annoyed about it.
So now we're repeating ourselves because it's just fitting right now with the imbalance. I would also advise to consider an imbalance filled once you get at least to 50% of the imbalance touched. This will make it a little bit more conservative, but will keep you out of the often wrong assumption that there should be more fill of the imbalance. Because once 50% fill you see quite often, but after that the probability that it fills more just goes down. So it's safer to assume, okay, once it touched 50%, that imbalance is no longer like a magnet. Amjad, you can ask us anything. Worst case that can be is that we say we cannot answer that on stream. Would you rather eat a baby goat or a meta baby? What's the meta baby? You know what a meta baby is, Bear?
Nothing. What's the matter with you? It's a joke.
Oh, okay. Then I didn't get it. Sorry. That's being me, not a native.
So yeah, basically what happens is you say, would you rather eat a baby goat or a matter baby? And then you say, what's a matter baby? As in, what is the matter? What is wrong?
Okay,
and they
so
say nothing. What's the matter with you? You fell straight into it.
Oh, sorry. Nice one.
I love those jokes on here. Oh god. Gold's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, all the charts are kind of looking the same. Why? Because everything that we're looking at is related to the dollar. And the dollar had a really shitty end of week last week. So everything else is bullish. So you're going to have, like, there's massive amounts of imbalance here on gold.
Look at these moves from zone to zone.
I know, right?
And those zones have been there before. You have to understand it, people.
These zones were here from like 6 months ago. And look, just respects. I mean,
you wouldn't have gotten an entry, unfortunately.
No,
but this looks at least on a 4 hour, maybe on a lower time frame. But this is just very, very nice.
You wouldn't have got an entry, but it's just so sexy when this happens. This is the things I live for in trading. I literally just like to see things react to what I do. It was like my trade on the dollar EU last week. I had this drawn up and it just came down, double bottomed on my zone and then turned around. Like, oh, chef kiss. It's gorgeous. Yeah, this is looking super sexy. It's probably gonna take a while for that to set up though. So probably not gonna be something to consider for a little while. Hey, Bear, showed you I had a 606 point slippage on a pending order stop on CPI. How much effect would having a top broker with high execution speed, absolutely nothing ski. That is simply because you traded CPI news candle. Every broker in the world is going to have slippage on that. The price moves way too fast for anybody to have execution speed. Like that's when price moves 600 points in a single second, they can't fill orders that fast. Like there's nothing to be done.
I actually posted a screenshot because I was in the trade before CPI. And even though it's on a live account with my personal broker, and that's a very good broker, they have very good liquidity. And even that trade, even though it was a very small size, it got closed on the top of the candle. So you can see how violent the movement was, so that the market was so fast, it only filled me at the highest turnaround point.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, it was a lucky one because I closed way above my take profit. But it's a good reminder how violent those moves can be and what it can mean to your trade. So I could easily, if it would have been a long, or maybe the CPIs would have gotten more to the downside, I would have lost 4 times of what I had planned. And nothing you can do.
Yep, it is what it is.
That's why we always say that if you're in a position before the news, consider closing it unless you have a very nice room for it.
Yeah, there's pretty much news. The initial move on news is traded by bots. It's not traded by people, and you're never going to get execution orders that fast. So price will just skyrocket. Spreads will open. Because the spreads open, you're going to get slippage. Then the price move is going to cause even more slippage, and it's just, you should never ever trade high impact news. Trading news events that move the price is okay, but trading things like NFP and CPI, you're looking at like 100, 200, 300 pip candles in a matter of seconds. Gideon says, what are you looking for to re-enter on EU? Sadly, I got stopped out by like 4 pips, but I still believe it's bearish. I do as well. So typically what I'm going to be looking for on this, something similar to what we're looking for on AU, right? So AU, we're kind of sitting in this consolidation. I'm looking for a bearish candlestick pattern that's going to indicate a solid entry. So either on the 50-minute or the 1 hour. So something like this would have been a decent entry. That is a beautiful bearish engulfing, but we didn't get that on EU. So EU, I either want to see a break down of like below these lows here, and then get a retest and an entry, or potentially a breakdown below my zone, a retest and a re-entry. If it doesn't look good, even if this runs down to my other zone, I don't care. I'm not going to try and jump in. If there isn't a good entry, there isn't a good entry. And it's really just, that simple. Sometimes that happens. I thought maybe I'd see a good example. But for right now, we're not going to jump in on this. We haven't even recovered. We just recovered that big bullish move from the open. Came back down. Now we're kind of hovering here above the highs here. Not going to look for a short at these highs. So just a waiting game, wait till the setup looks good. If the setup doesn't look good, pass, who cares, right? There's a million different entries that you can take on the market. So something like this would have been my entry criteria for Euro Aussie. Getting in on the bottom here, which you could still get in, right? Oh, I kind of want to get in. There's so much room to the downside. Oh, fuck it, man. Let's go. That's kind of sexy. Not gonna lie. It's kind of sexy. I am so sorry. I'm going straight above the zone this time. God damn it. I hate that thing. God. I'm so sorry. Can I like turn that thing off? Yes, I can. I hope that works. Do you trade much on Asian? Typically, Dean, I don't trade Asian. That sound is magic keys. It's this thing. It's a risk calculator that I use to enter my trades. So I just got in on this. Stop loss is above the zone. Take profits down here. Woohoo! Let's go. Nice 30 pip stop loss. I like that. So did AU have a valid 5-minute CMOB entry for a long about 20 minutes ago? That seems mad to me as you were looking for a short. Did it? I don't know. Technically, no. Technically, yes. Yes, no, it did have a valid entry right here, this candle. But just because I had a valid entry doesn't mean you need to take it. You know, obviously doing some higher time frame analysis, I wouldn't take an entry right into a previous high right here. Like that's not a fun day. As you can see, we rejected it. I would have waited for a break of this before getting an entry on CMOB. Let's see if this entry is not even remotely valid for CMOB. Jay's gonna kill me. Well, I guess if this wins, I'm not submitting it for anything. Whoops. Looked really nice over here. What is my stop loss on this trade? It's a good question. Stop loss is 67174. Stop loss is 67174 is what I said. Yep, take profit. Gucci. And the entry price was 66881. There we go. Now it's accurate. On the CPI, your guys' opinion, would it be better off to enter 2 trades in a buy and a sell just before news becomes is usually very tight, thus can make small stop both ways since PO doesn't work in this situation? So no, that doesn't work either. That is a very known strategy called a news straddle. It's where you straddle the news on either side before it happens. Amjad, it's only illegal in some places. Other places will let you hedge. But in places that you can't hedge, what you'll do is an order cancels order to straddle the news. But news straddling doesn't really work because of the high volatility that happens, right? So in the opening of the candle, when the news hits, it's really nice if you're in that trade and it just moons to one side, 400 points. Yeah, cool, great. But sometimes it moves 100 points to the downside and then 100 points to the upside, and you get stopped out on both. And then no fun for anybody. They can take you on both directions with a double wick. Exactly so. That's why doing a news straddle is very difficult, to say the least.
Yeah, but I think everybody has that idea sooner or later.
Oh, everybody.
Because it looks awesome. Even if you don't take it like with a CFD or a stock, but you do it with options, it gets even more sexy because with options you can set up before. You don't need anything to trigger you in. And you just bet that the movement will be violent to one side or the other. You don't care which one. But it makes very much sense theoretically, but in practice, it's really hard to pull off correct. Gideon, I live in the way south, so I live at the Lake Constance.
So I'm actually bullish on this. CPI doesn't do that, just goes one way. Can we open a buy on NAS and a sell on US 30 for CPI? Is that allowed? Yeah, it's totally allowed. You can open a buy and a sell on NAS depending on your broker. You can also do pending orders. I don't recommend it. The reason for that is because
but CPI goes in both. Take the recent one. It dipped down first, quite violent, and then moved all the way up.
But Sol said, what if you do it without a stop loss or a take profit? You can do that.
Depending on your account size, you probably get margin called.
No, you wouldn't get margin call, but you wouldn't. Basically, the hard part about doing it with no stop loss and no take profit is. So let's just take the news candle from NAS, right? So here's the news candle. We can take this down to the 1 minute. All right, so in 60 seconds, this is what happened, right? Hell, let's even go 30 seconds. See what happened in 30 seconds. Okay, can we go lower? 5 second chart. I don't know if I'll have the data for this. Oh, I missed it. Nope. Wait, where are you? Is this it here?
Let me check.
Can you give me the time of the CPI candle?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it.
8:30. 8:30. What day? Thursday.
Your time?
Oh, I don't think I have the. I think it's right before this. 8:30. Yeah, I don't have it. So we can't go that low.
Can you go replay?
Ooh, there's an idea.
You used to go to date and then just go with the replay.
Seconds, 5 seconds. Go to Thursday.
The 10th, yeah.
At 8:30. Replay this bar.
Let's see if we can make it.
Hey, all right, so here we go. So we can see how fast this move happened. So this move happened in 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 seconds. So in 20 seconds, this just absolutely shot up. So originally you had to move down. This moved down from the consolidation. This was an 80 point move to the downside, right? So the biggest question is, at what point do you close the opposite trade, right? Because this is 20 seconds. This is really fast. Now, we're not even talking about execution speed of your broker at this point, but just your human reaction to close the opposite trade. If you trade this with no stop loss, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get a trade that's here that basically makes you this money, which makes you 320 points. But depending on how fast you are, you're going to get a trade that also loses you 320 points. And nothing happens. Just let the opposite trade blow. Right, but if you ended up with this, you don't make any money, so what's the point? So you have to recognize where the price is going and then quickly try to close this trade here. Take the loss, which is going to be really hard, especially with spread, because you'd have to do this manually, and then you'd have to hope that there's no slippage on your broker that happens. So like at what point it's, and then not to mention if you end up getting slippage that doesn't help you, and then when you try to close this trade, it comes back down to here or something. It's very tricky. right?
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked because you wouldn't be able to close. So I've mentioned before I wasn't along with a mechanical strat before the CPI news. So actually, I think I can comment in here. So the stop loss was somewhat. Can I comment? Stop loss was around down here, and the take profit was around here. So actually, my trade should have been closed because it hit the stop loss first. It didn't close because the market was so fast that it didn't close me out.
Yeah.
And I got closed right. So my trade closed right above here, really at the top of the candle. Not because I won, because my take profit was active. It should have closed way earlier, but it didn't.
Amjad, are you talking about over leveraging so you get margin called? Because that doesn't happen. That wouldn't happen if you had a buy and a sell both open at the same time. Your net profit and loss would be 0. For every point you move in the positive, your sell moves in the negative. You end up with 0. Net gain. Like, right, if I opened up a trade on NAS right here, and just say I open up a sell and a buy right now at the exact same point with the exact same lot size, I could leave these both open indefinitely for the rest of time and never get margin called, because for every point in profit, I will be 1 point in loss, and it will always equate to 0. But why do you think your negative can only move 100 points?
I don't understand it either.
Oh, you're doing it on 2 separate. Yeah, but again, why do you think only 100 points? So what's going to end up happening if you over leverage the account to the point where you can only lose 100 points on NAS? Right. But let's just, for this example, right? Let's say you do what you're talking about, right? So we're going to do this.
This would be interesting.
So I mean, these both happen the same way. This would work. Why am I on the daily? All right, so that's the CPI candle over there. That's the CPI candle over here, right? So if you open a position and you say you short US 30, right? With no stop loss, and you long NAS, no stop loss, right? Depending on which one moves faster and moves first. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, this move took 20 seconds, this move took 10 seconds, right? So just for the sake of argument, if this move took 10 seconds, at this point, your account gets margin called. When it gets margin called 10 seconds into this move, this trade also gets closed 10 seconds into the move. If you're over leveraged, that's what happens, right? Because when you get margin called, the broker closes everything. They don't just close your losing trades. They close every open trade because they don't want to lose money. So the system automatically shuts your account down, essentially, closes everything. If you use separate brokers, that is a disaster, because well, I mean, that could work. Separate brokers could work if you want to get really elaborate. You'd have to put the same amount of money in both brokers with the same leverage and the same position size. God, that's so complicated.
That would actually work.
It would work.
If you have a broker where you don't have to like redeem on a margin call. You have to be very careful, because the broker is not responsible for a fast market. So even if he initiates a margin call, and he has the same liquidity issues everybody has and gets closed way later. If you have a broker where you have to redeem, he will come knocking at your door saying, hey, I need a few dollars from you. But even if you don't, it only would work one time. So you have to cycle through brokers. But yeah.
I'm trash, Gideon. Don't worry about it. About 4 years ago, I used to be masters. Now I'm just casually playing in gold. I'm garbage, washed up garbage. Yeah, if you use 2 separate brokers, that is the only way you could do that and make it viable. But even then, like, it would work in the sense that the execution could happen, right? So the execution is possible. The question is, could it be profitable, right? That is like the big question, because
also if you do something like that, read the terms and conditions very carefully
of your broker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you might get margin called, but you might still owe them money, depending on how they want to word that. Yeah, it's a very risky game to play, and I yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, we can say what it is. It is
it's gambling.
No, it's not gambling. It's close to fraud, because you're utilizing things that are meant to protect you, and normally brokers don't react well to that. Also, the law doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying read the terms and conditions very carefully. It could very well be that even though you normally don't have to put money back into the account if you get margin called, if they suspect like fraudulent behavior, or however you call it correctly, like very mischievous, it could very well be that you end up owing the money.
If you act with malicious intent or in bad faith, they can just close your account and not give you any money, or owe them money, or sue you. I mean, there's a lot of, you can't just do whatever you want with brokers. Ultimately, they own the brokerage account. You have to act within their rules. What are your opinions on trading funded accounts? I'm fairly new to trading, and the account is still very small. I think funded accounts are very good once you have the experience to pass one. It is a great way to access cheap, risk-free capital. Now, if you just try and jump at funded accounts without a plan or a system, then yeah, it's not going to work. You're just going to throw money away. But if you practice, get good, and then go to look to get a funded, I know a lot of people who are funded now who are making some good cash. I think they're great. I don't think that you should, your end goal should not be to be a funded trader. They should be a stepping stone to fund your own personal accounts and grow your personal capital so that you can then trade as an independent trader. But they are a great tool to always utilize as free capital.
Yeah, in addition to what Bear says, be really careful when you start with the funded, because using a funded account typically increases the mental stress you have. Because typically, if you're a new trader, you won't have thousands in your personal account trading. So moving to a funded account normally means you will increase the money you're trading with quite dramatically. That, in addition with that, you have to make a certain percentage within, let's say, 20 trading days. That's some serious mental pressure.
Yep. So Vaughn, Sven, you can also chime in on here. Vaughn asked a question earlier. We can protect ourselves from these predictable news releases, but what about unpredictable news, like country A invading country B, as in, Russia and Ukraine? It is hard to predict macroeconomic situations that happen sporadically. That is just kind of part of trading. But one news event should not be a thing that can cripple your trading account or cripple your trading strategy, right? We assume losses all the time.
Yeah, at one point there will be black swans. That's what we're talking about, like big things that interrupts the market that cannot be forecasted in any sorts of form. That's a black swan. You just have to accept that these happen from time to time. And the only thing you can do to protect yourself against it is be very mindful how much market exposure you have. You will have your stop loss in place, but of course, in a violent movement like with CPI, although it's plannable, you could see that the stop loss only protects it to a certain degree because you will get huge amount of slippage. But if you say, for example, I will only keep my market exposure in total, like different positions, different strategies to, I don't know, maybe 5% max. Even if a black swan happens and everything is short, which should normally not be the case, normally should be more to market neutral, saying you have 2 shorts, 3 longs, for example, or with 1%. If a black swan happens, you will still get out with, I don't know, maybe 5% loss on the account, which is way more than you would have expected it to be, but it's still nothing that will cripple you. So just accept it and be mindful about your overall market exposure.
You should never have
a black swan is a terminology in statistics and mathematics. So a black swan is an event,
an anomaly
that has a tremendous effect for us in the markets, but could not be foreseen. For example, the 9/11 terrorism attack, complete black swan. Nobody could have known that, out of a few terrorists, of course, but
except for those people shorting airline stocks.
Yeah, but the moment it happened, it was just
an
disruptive event which you could not forecast.
Right.
It's just a black swan. Or when Swiss let the how do you call it in English when you're directly linked to the euro?
The
unity,
pegged,
I think.
Pegged. I mean, they left the euro.
So when
the union, no,
not when they left the union. When they no longer kept the.
We say pegged when it was no longer pegged against the euro.
Yeah, that's a black swan too. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, shit happens. You're not, like, if you have a stop loss in place, massive slippage can cause you to lose more money, but it will never cause you to blow the account unless you are over leveraged, right?
What's wrong with you people today? One guy is trying to be like almost close to fraud with brokers and Hamshi's consult company. Wouldn't it be a nice idea to just crash a plane and short airline stocks like a strategy?
That was part of the plot for James Bond Casino Royale, and they lost money.
You guys, unbelievable.
We do not condone market manipulation in this stream.
And crimes are bad.
Keith asked, theoretically, we will still be losing money as a different broker charges different spreads and commissions, right? If we use 2 different brokers. In that hypothetical that we were creating, there's a lot of factors that would dictate the profitability of that strategy. And again, the worst part about it could be terms and conditions for each broker, which Sven pointed out will make it not work.
Nas is looking so ugly right now.
Nas is?
Yeah, just sideways.
It's London. It's London on Monday. That's very normal.
Like, yeah, but still, it looked good a few minutes ago, or more like a few hours.
Yeah, a few hours. I mean, this is typical though. Like, you had a nice little run during Asia, okay, and then came back up, and London is flat. That is like typical Nas during London, especially on Monday when no one's awake. Oh, somebody asked me a question a long time ago that I saw, and then we got distracted. Oh God, I feel bad. A Zoom user said, based on your opinion, if you want to do it, what stop loss would you do for a new straddle? I would never do. I did it. Okay, so full disclosure, I've tried new straddles before using order cancel order, and it failed miserably. I had some winners, I had some losers. Overall, it was basically just gambling, because you have to pick the perfect distance from the current price so that you don't get faked out on your order cancels order. And then you had to have the right stop loss that volatility didn't take you out, and then the right take profit and hope everything worked out. It is a horrible idea. This is a really bad idea. Would Powell short his assets when he's going to give a speech? That would be that'd be insider trading and illegal. Sven, what are the benefits and cons of a private broker?
It's a benefit and cons, just have to have one, because if you earn money trading, you of course need to put the money elsewhere, which you have in excess after paying your bills. So you'll have to have a private broker anyway.
Just to be clear, he doesn't like own his own broker.
By
private,
my private account, like my
just-
personal money.
He just means personal account, not funded. Like just a normal broker.
That would be nice.
He didn't like create a brokerage and put his money in it. By the way, if you do, let me know. I'll sign up. Oh, look at this.
Oh, you see long. Let's see.
Hold up. I'm looking at this EU short.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I got 10 minutes on that candle. I got 10 minutes on that candle.
Yeah, and that candle formation looks kind of like...
That is a double top followed by a bearish engulfing. What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just for me, it's like, I don't know.
UC long, we said? I'd say yes, but I don't like how much room you have to the upside right now.
Yeah.
That'd be my only
not really.
downside. But you do
Also,
have...
stop loss would be rather huge.
This is really nice. I missed this entry. So we have a zone here, we have a symmetrical triangle, and then we had a breakout of said symmetrical triangle. This would be your entry. Beautiful trade.
Look at this candle moving.
I know. I really want to get on this trade. Oh, I don't like that one nearly as much. Please don't make noise. I'm sorry if it does, guys. I know it's loud and annoying. Is this another valid CMOB trade or is...
Not yet.
I don't care. I like this entry. Jake can forgive me later. Oh, why do you do that? I'm so sorry, everybody. Just gonna turn everything down for a second while I enter this trade. Deafening silence.
No, still hearing it. Oh, but you don't hear us, of course.
All right, cool.
That's funny now.
We have to wait another. We have to wait another 7 minutes.
We still did hear the magic key sound.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I think you have to look later on in your wavelink and just configure the streams correctly.
Well,
that now looks really nice. Nice M formation.
Yeah, it does indeed. Yeah, we're gonna wait for close of the candle, the 15-minute candle. Close of this candle. Grabbed a nice little short on USD JPY, then got the long. Nice, Dean. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, this trade actually looks really nice. I was watching it as it was breaking out and I didn't take it because who knows. Bear had to take care of his other family ham. Bear, did you fail the $20 challenge? I saw you didn't do live streams anymore. No, I'm still doing live streams, but I've actually been doing like 20 pip challenge / Strat Wars live streams. It's been a bit of
Which
both.
is it right now, even though it doesn't look like it.
But yeah, I am currently actually like, this is a 20 pip challenge account, which I've taken this trade on. We are currently in profit.
40 cents, go us.
I failed the first challenge, so we lost $20 and we are now at 87. So we won, we just lost the EU trade. We're in this trade right now. but we'll see what is going on.
What a beauty. Dean is having fun.
Yeah, I know. Dean's having a great time. Here's the AU trade. Looking decent. Then I really want to get in on this trade. Really nice engulfing. Really nice. But yeah,
would you get straight in on that candle, or would you wait for a retest? Because I think a retest is quite likely.
I know 50%.
Depending on where it closes. I'm looking to the big candle to the left, and if it closes at that level, I'm not so sure if it will not do a rebound before it takes off. But right now it looks pretty strong.
I think you're right, but I'd still be looking at only a 40 pip. Basically, if I get in on this candle, I'd have to turn this into a more of a swing trade, and I'd have to target my stronger zone down here. So I'd be looking at a 50 pip stop loss, and I'd be looking for a 1 to 3, which I'd be okay doing.
Olav is asking, Bear, did you ditch the stochastic on Outback? Just noticed you didn't have it on your mob chart, or maybe I missed it.
It's when I have it on this one. So to reduce clutter, I have it saved just by going and switching screens, and then it brings it up, and then I go back to a single screen. Because it's only the stochastic only comes in once per hour, is only relevant once per hour. I just throw it in and out so it doesn't clutter my screen. Four minutes.
Can you look at U30?
Ooh. Interesting. Look at that. Pull the zone over, touch and a retest. Rejection, retest. Oh. If we pull this zone over, do we? Yep.
Not as nice, but still.
It's still there though. It's still there. I love doing this. Same thing down here with nice retest. Same thing.
So now what you will notice is that depending on which time frame you look at it, you will get a different bias. Because if I look at it the 4 hour, I have a long bias. Because I see a break of a zone, a retest, and then I expect it to go back up.
I'm in the middle of nowhere though.
Yeah, but still, just because if you drop down, because we saw the smaller time frames before, so we know what we're seeing there.
Mm-hmm.
On the small time frame, I would have a short-term bearish bias.
How short?
I think it was the 15 minutes. When you can see the consolidation that candle might break it.
Oh yeah, I see.
So if I just see that, I would say, okay, yeah, I would be looking for short on a break of that zone. And at that point, if you see that normally what we advise is to go from the higher time frames to build your big picture bias and then move down to a lower time frames to find your entries. At that point, you have to decide because right now, if you have that higher time frame bias like I would have, would be bullish. This trade might be a counter trend trade. So you have to decide for yourself if you want to do that and how high up your higher time frame bias should be done.
I also just wouldn't trade this in the middle of two zones. Personally. Wouldn't do it. Somebody asked for GJ. Graham. Missed the breakout.
Stay on the US30 for a second, please, because we got a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Can you give me advice about US30 moves on 250 points? Key levels at 250 points from round number like 30,800. Yeah, these are the psychological round numbers. You can see it from time to time. I don't pay that much attention to it, I have to honestly say. If I draw up a zone and that zone is around an even number, I would consider moving it to that even number or round number. But other than that, I just draw my zones where I think the where they should be. Don't know how you handle it there.
I just draw where price goes. I don't care about the
me too.
number. I could not give a shit. I know people are like, but psychological numbers, I get they are important. People have like this thing, if it hits a round number, like, oh no, like buy, sell, whatever. I acknowledge that, but I prefer looking at where price has actually gone to. So like right here, this price is like 250, right? So it's sort of psychological, but not quite. And that's my zone. And because I don't use lines, I use zones. I just want to know where all my, like where price is touched, right? So like here, I don't think this is psychological. No, it's between 31,800 and 31,700-ish. But I had a rejection here. Here you had consolidation with a break and a retest. Nothing happened here. Here you had a break and a retest of this zone again before pushing higher. For me, it's really just a question of where price has in the past reacted. And that's what I care about. So if I pull this zone left, you can see we had a rejection here for a resistance. Resistance then became support here, became support here, became support here, and now it's resistance here. And we're looking back at, what is this, a year ago? And then we had the same thing here. Price came up, touched that exact same zone, rejected off of it, came all the way back down before breaking through it. Then we came back down and retested that same zone. I drew this zone like 8 months ago. So like for me, I don't really care what the number is. I just look at the charts. What is price doing? Where is it going? And then base off of that. Most of the times I don't even know what the price is. It's odd to say, but it's true. GJ. Pound missed a breakout at 740 UTC. Well, let's go to UTC. Should probably go, you know, on the hourly.
Not on a daily, yeah.
It would help. 740. Are you on the 5 minute? So I assume you're talking about a long breakout. Assume you're talking about a long breakout here on pound yen. Let's go to the 1 hour. So pound yen, I really hate how it does this. I was right. I said it was gonna go up. It went up. All right, so we broke down, tested, came back down, broke down, didn't hold. Now we're sitting above this. Right, currently though, what I don't like is this. Right, consolidation zone that we're currently rejecting. So one of the things I don't like about pound yen is because it does this shit all the time, is these really long consolidations and then just one massive candle. Long consolidation, massive candles. Where's your entry? Don't know.
The SMC guys would have fun with that.
Oh, if SMC guys would be shorting the shit out of this.
Yeah, because right on top, because I think that actually touched the SMC auto block.
Yeah, which is what, this one?
Yeah, that full candle.
Yeah. Right, yeah. And it just wicked into it and then turned around. Yeah, long 5 minutes. Again, I don't like what's seeing above it.
740.
Personally, I'd like to see a retest of at least 65 even. If you want to go long, but I don't like a long at the moment.
Oh, Bear, I have a great question for you. Yeah, exactly.
No.
What time does the stream normally finish? Bear would say never. Because he could go on for ages.
So I did have a stream that was 9 hours long. Vega! Normally the stream is between 2 and 3 hours long. That's like the happy medium. Sometimes it runs a little bit longer, sometimes it runs a little bit shorter, but it's typically between 2 and 3 hours. That's where like I do all the trading and I do analysis and answer questions. If you guys have more questions for me and want to keep asking questions going over topics, then I'm happy to keep going. But typically it's 2 to 3 hours. Normally between 24 and 48.
Is that what we're trying to do, is actually leave no question unanswered? That means if you have a lot of questions or maybe even topics that require more talking about, just goes pretty long than the stream. But as I said, normally around 3 hours, 9 to 12 my time.
That's like the average.
Yeah.
Shit! I got distracted. Is it valid yet? It's not valid yet. I don't care.
You're supposed to be a role model.
Well, I mean, like it's valid for it's valid for me on my trading style. It's not valid for CMOB. So that's where I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to trade CMOB anyway. No, I do. I'm joking. I guess we can wait.
Please show us how to use and draw a line on the cheat sheet. Which cheat sheet?
I don't understand that question. You're setting great examples, Bear. Yeah, we're talking about illegal market manipulations through terrorist acts and attempting to game the system with 2 brokers, which I don't condone any of these for the record. Watch list.
On the watch list, yeah. Classic.
Right
click, add
yeah.
divider.
At the top, you hit add. Nope, that's not the one. Drawdown, yeah. Here, and then add section.
Oh, well, yeah, that works too, yeah.
Yeah, just add a section. And if you want,
you can also right click on a symbol.
I can also just do this. If you want my watch list, which is already done, there you go. Add the watch list to your charts. I was looking at this earlier. Ooh, no, never mind. I lied. Looking at this the daily. I thought that was a daily chart. This just makes me sad. This is one of the coins I have right now. I need to go back up. That would be lovely.
Yeah, crypto is no fun right now.
I'm right below my original entry. So I have an entry here. That was my first initial buy-in. And then I have an entry here where I sized in, and then here if I want to be back in profit. And as you can see where that happened, I bought in the original position here. The second one was here after the pullback. And the third one was here after the pullback again. And it went up and then it crashed and I cried.
Yeah, just now forget it for 3 years and then everything will be fine.
Do you think it will ever go back up? Honestly, no idea.
I mean, everybody who is still holding crypto thinks it will go back up. Otherwise, why hold it?
Because at this point, I've lost enough money, I don't care.
Yeah, but that's the wrong thinking, actually, because if there's still money in there, that money could work elsewhere if you think crypto will not have a benefit anymore.
It's not enough for me to care.
Yeah. You're just rich.
No, it's just it was just a question. It's a percentage question. Like I have like maybe like 1% or 2% of my portfolio in crypto. I didn't invest that heavily. So like, yes, I could pull it out, but I'd rather just leave it in the event that it goes up. If it goes up, then great. If it doesn't go up, then whatever.
Yeah, so you're currently at the lottery ticket phase, basically, within crypto.
Pretty much. Like if it goes back up, then I'll sell it and make money. If it doesn't, then it'll just stay there. And I don't.
Do you own NFTs? I know the answer.
No, I do not own NFTs. I don't. I think NFTs are the dumbest thing to ever be created. Personally,
I looked into it because it looked like a nice form of assets, but I couldn't understand why something was worth something and other same thing was not really worth anything. I find it really difficult to understand what's good and what's bad. Yeah, you can make some decent money with NFTs, but you really have to know what you're doing. At least that's what was my conclusion, and I didn't have that insight. What are you looking for?
This one. Ski asked about it.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah, this is basically how you use it, right? So you just add it to your charts and then you select what you want to show a divergence with. You can choose MACD, histogram. So if you just want to do like an RSI, you can literally uncheck everything. And what period you want to go back. And then this will just show you the RSI divergences. So if you were to pull up an RSI, you should. Yep. So down here, where they have this marked, that is a divergence. Then same thing here, also a divergence. And up here, same thing, divergence. Then here you have bullish divergence, so on and so forth. Have a nice day, Soul. Enjoy your Monday.
Lucas has a crypto question. Do you think crypto in general across the board is a long-term marketplace?
No.
It's a very difficult question, I would say. If you would disclude or exclude anything that might be regulated from an official standpoint, I would say yes. But we have no idea how the countries actually will handle crypto in the future. I think that makes it very difficult to make a statement for really long term.
I think it will always be an investment vehicle. I don't think it will be a marketplace, if that makes sense. I think it'll always be something that you can buy and sell. Just like you can buy and sell vintage cars, right? But I don't think it'll continue. I don't think it'll move into like the same thing as a futures, commodities, or currency exchange.
Well, not like that, but I think a marketplace where you just exchange stuff.
If you,
I think that will happen for sure, just because it's very. What I think is one of the key benefits of crypto is that you have the actual financial transactions directly linked to the contract side.
Yeah,
that's a very valuable combination. So I think once the world basically decides which crypto offers that, Bitcoin kind of does, but Bitcoin is too slow for that. So Bitcoin for me is like an investment vehicle. I think the next few years will really decide what place crypto will have in our lives.
Yeah, I think the big thing is going to be, so the problem with crypto is all these like moonshot coins that are just basically pump and dump schemes. You don't have a reliable exchange. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are basically that because they're backed by the blockchain that is utilized a lot. So that is where it actually comes into, I want to say permanence almost. But that's really it's gonna be a question. Ever tried trading soybeans? I always like to just pick a random chart to practice. I have never traded soybeans. Bear, I'm talking about CMOB, how to use it. Please show us. Sure, I can give you a quick 30-second rundown. So CMOB is basically outback on the 5-minute chart. And essentially what you're looking for is the typical outback entry criteria. So you have a moving average, ignore the red one. That's not typical outback. You have a moving average. You're looking for price to be above or below when the break happens. You want your outback RSI and hull from TTF to be either green or red, green or orange, depending on a buy or a sell. And prior to getting the signal, you want a cross down above 50 for a sell and a cross up below 50 for a buy. So for example, I have a decent example here. No. Oh, here you go. So this, I mean, kind of. So here would be a valid entry. So you had a cross up. That's where this column comes from. And then an hour or 4 hours later, you get a break above either one of these. Oh, but you're not green. Never mind. That's a bad example. I lied. I mean, here's a good example of this. So here we got a cross down at 3 o'clock on Friday, which counts. And then as we get market open today, we have the RSI, we had a break below the MA and we had the RSI hull turn orange. So either on this candle or the one that I entered, these are both valid entries for CMOB. Shiba to the moon? I don't think so.
Yeah, me neither, but it would be nice having a few of those.
I mean, it'd be nice for a lot of things to happen. I should just get in on this trade. We're gonna leave it for now. See what happens. I started in crypto, so I'm biased, but it'll stick around. But my goal is to move over to Forex full time. Yeah, I don't think crypto is going anywhere. I think it'll always be. I think it'll always be a thing, and it may actually, like, if people start adopting it as an actual currency, it might actually turn into something more mainstream. But until it gets any sort of backing behind it, it's just still going to be like meme coins essentially. I mean, you still have the blockchain for Ethereum and Bitcoin that are useful, and I don't think those are going to stop being useful, which is why I don't think crypto is going to like disappear into oblivion. But I think unless something dramatic happens in the crypto space, I don't think you're going to get a shift in that market essentially. Opinion on XRP. I don't have an opinion on XRP. I don't follow it, unfortunately.
Yeah, what you can see with crypto and as an investment vehicle, that many of the really rich people and the big ETFs and venture capitals started to incorporate the Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano into their portfolios because they saw a benefit, and also the people were requesting it. And if you now look up the Google and whatever you want to research on, you will often find the notion that you have between 1 to 5% of your portfolio in crypto, because it's just, it moves differently. And if it moves very nicely. So you can add quite some nice percentage gains without a major risk increase. And that speaks a lot if the top bankers actually have crypto in their portfolios like a given. A few years before, it was only gold to offset anything like stocks and dividends and whatnot.
Yes, Carl, it did actually become the Monday stream at the end of the day. Oyedel, I think what you're referring to is the ETFs that Jay made, which I have somewhere. Do I have them somewhere? There they are. So these are the ETFs that Jake created. Oh, I have the watch list right here. I'm an idiot. Yeah, so this is what Jade talks about. The ETFs is he wants to be looking at the, like, if he wants to trade euro. So right now we're looking for a sell in the euro. Euro is at a current monthly zone, I think. And it's finding resistance, so it could potentially turn lower. And then if you look at the dollar's in the middle of goddamn nowhere. There's a zone here that the dollar is rejecting off of. So you could potentially see some dollar strength back up to here, euro weakness or Aussie weakness. And if you get these moving in the opposite direction, so right now we're getting Aussie strength, which is great for my trade. Stock or crypto? 48608. What is that in reference to? That looks like fun. Gotta run. Thanks for the stream, Baron Sven. My problem, Dewan. My pleasure. No, what am I saying? You both sound young, age, to be honest, 20s. How old are you when you trade for 8 years?
We are forever mid-20s.
Yeah, let's go with that. We're in our 20s. I am 30. I've been trading for the last 11 years. That's when I started trading back in 2012. 2011, 2012 was when I started trading. So going on 11 years now, but I am 30 years old. I started trading back in uni.
Yeah, so did I, but it's a bit longer.
Uni wasn't 11 years ago for him.
No.
But I like that. We'll stick with 20s.
If you ask my wife, it's more like 8 years maybe.
8 years? As in you're 8 years old?
Yeah, I can be really childish, and
No, me too.
most people know I have a 3-year-old son, and I just love playing with them and all doing the stuff like sand castles and other stupid shit. Can't wait for him to get into the when he's old enough to actually have Nerf guns around the house. This will be so amazing. Daily fights.
I actually, a friend of mine, she was talking about the girl I'm currently dating, and she goes, "If you ever get married and have a child, I feel bad for her because she'll have 2 children."
Yeah.
Like this is true. This is true. I am a child. I'm very much a child.
The best quote to that is, "Men always be kids, only their toys get bigger and more expensive."
Yeah, exactly.
I think that hits it on the nail.
Absolutely. That pretty much just sums it up. There's no point living if you can't have fun. I agree. I think every day you should just be trying to have as much fun as possible. Enjoying life. Life is too short to not have a good time. Excuse me. Well, there's the 50% retrace we were looking for. Or close enough. Close enough. What was it? Yeah, just about. I still want to know what the stock or crypto question was. I'm curious.
You mean from 48608?
Yes,
No idea.
I know. I don't either. Nice rejection. I like it. Does also mean my AU trade's doing something. Meh.
Doing the same thing.
I know. I like the downside on this though. I don't know if it'll do that.
So Lucas has a guess that it should mean, would you rather do stock or crypto?
Neither.
If I would have to pick between these two,
Stocks.
I probably would go stock.
I pick stocks every time. I pick stocks because stocks are, what is your preference? Yeah, stocks have a value behind them. Crypto does not. And
My answer would be slightly different because I think the benefit of stock is that you can get a way better understanding what the fundamentals of a stock are,
right,
to what you're currently seeing, how it trades. So if you do the work, I think you can get a very good idea what a stock might be doing in the midterms.
Mhm.
And then you can add that to whatever you see in it with your, however you want to trade it. And
right.
crypto, for me, it's still like it's too dangerous to actually trade.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's what I mean, is that there's no fundamentals behind. There are fundamentals behind crypto because they basically just follow the NASDAQ, but there's no actual, like when you buy stocks, you're buying a company that is valued at something, that is producing something, that is doing something. I mean, Twitter is not included in that category of company. That is a company that created money out of thin air. Product was a website, which, I mean, it's something. AU was at 65700. Where are you thinking for TP? I mean, currently what I'm targeting for TP is probably a 1 to 3-ish. So like right around here, where highs and lows are. But I'd still target my bottom zone and see if I can get there. I'd trail it. Let me go to the 4-hour. Because you have a huge amount. You had a huge move here with no retrace. So like at the very least, I'd be expecting a 50% retrace on this move, which puts you smack dab in the middle of at my zone. So this is actually not a bad place to take profit on this. Will it happen today? Probably not. If it does, but actually, I kind of like this take profit down here. Let me go adjust it. What level is that? Yeah, I like that. That's nice. We're still holding on EU, but I like it. I like it a lot. Just rejected. I just leave the AU trade, see what's going on. Crypto does, when you are investing in crypto, you're investing in the technology behind it, in my opinion. I agree, but the technology I don't think holds enough substance for it to be a viable. Okay, I don't think crypto is going anywhere, right? It's not going to like disappear off the face of the earth. I just don't like the fact that crypto can basically go to zero tomorrow, like Luna did, right? Is it likely for things like Bitcoin and Ethereum? Probably not. But we also didn't see companies lose 80% of their value in like a month, unless they went bankrupt. That typically doesn't happen. So that's just that's what I mean more. There are assets and value in companies, usually, not always, obviously, not always. But like Amazon, it has buildings, it has things that it owns, data farms, server farms. These are all things that have value. They are assets. Bitcoin doesn't have an asset. It's a technology, it's a blockchain, and in itself, it generates revenue because people buy and sell the coin. But in itself, like, it doesn't have intrinsic value. If tomorrow people decided to stop using Bitcoin, well then, bye Bitcoin. What's your opinion on Aussie CAD for this session? Looks a bit like a double top on the 1 hour. It's getting there. Hell yeah. Absolutely. And it's hitting the zone for me at 89,000. Nice round number. Yeah, that could be really sexy. Could get a double top. Like, if after this candle, if you were to get a nice like bearish evening star pattern, oh, this would be super sexy. You are right, ham and cheese. That is correct. The only difference is that currencies are backed by governments. That is the only reason why they hold intrinsic value. Now, if countries started backing crypto, I would change my opinion. Yep, fiat had intrinsic value when it was backed by gold, but we went off the gold standard in 1950, at least in the US. Reagan was the one. Reagan or FDR is the one who pulled us off the gold standard in the US. Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin somehow gets like globally adopted as a currency, then I will change my opinion. But until that happens, that is my outlook on crypto. And I have the same opinion of currencies, right? If everyone drops currencies and starts using crypto, if I start getting paid in crypto, if I start having to buy groceries in crypto, and fiat money just stops existing, well, then I will change my opinion about fiat currencies and switch to crypto. Right? You have to be adaptable. But in the current market conditions, that's the opinion. Right, so that's how it is currently. We'll see where we go from here. We have no way of knowing what the future holds. And you should always be adaptable. You should never hold an opinion of something and say, I'm never going to change. This is how things are. That's how you will lose. But yeah, I'd like to see this. Who asked this question? Lucas. Yeah, Lucas. I like to see this close as a doji here, or a hammer, and then I'd like to see a bearish candlestick pattern, bearish engulfing here, and that will give you an evening star reversal pattern, and that'd be very nice. GJ looks to be forming a double top and has a divergence. Your thoughts? My thoughts. Dylan, give me a time frame. Five minutes. All good, my dude. I just wanted to be on the same page as you. You are making a divergence, that is correct. And you are making a double top, also correct. And it's coinciding with this consolidation that we don't like. You'd need confirmation that this doesn't go any higher, obviously, because you need it to turn around in order to confirm the top and then confirm the divergence. But so far,
Not in a nice confluence. I mean, if it breaks the neckline of the M,
yeah,
it will also break the trend line.
Mm-hmm.
And below the trend line is an imbalance.
Yep.
So that's quite nice.
I don't like it going into this zone, but I mean that you can overlook that. It's your preference. But yeah, the
risk reward might not be as sexy if you consider that zone.
Yeah, it's the inner trend line that's been holding. That's what it's breaking right now. But it's definitely there. Definitely something there. Oh, AU looks good. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, confirmation. We got it. We got it. 15-minute. What am I looking at over here? Oh, wait, never mind. Wait, what chart am I? Huh? Why does that not look the same? That's a, oh, because I'm on the 5-minute. That's why it doesn't look the same. Oh, that's tragic. I thought there was one more bullish candle here. But I like this now. And I have confirmation. I can make this a CMOB trade. Hey. Yeah, I thought for a second there I was getting a falling 3, which would have been really cool. But we're not. Right, because if this had another bullish. I got 9 minutes on this candle, see what happens for 9 minutes. Stop loss for the AD if confirmation of a double top. Allen. 1 hour? Yeah, 1 hour. Ooh, I don't like that. Basically, if you were to get, you're not going to get it now though, because this is no longer a hammer candle. But in the event that you did get, let's say, doji followed by nice bear candle, you would enter at the close of the bear candle for the evening star pattern, and your stop loss would either be here, but I would put it above the double top. So double top is here. I'd probably add 3 or 4 pips, and that would be, 1 to 2-ish, something like that. That's how I would play that stop loss. Probably target the zone down here if you wanted to. But currently that pattern is not playing out because the hourly candle over here is too big. Too big. Not sexy anymore. Don't like where you are. I do like where you are though. Look at this hourly though. We have confirmation on the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1 hour. What more do you want? Favorite candlestick patterns? Yes, evening star and morning star are my favorite candlestick patterns. But god damn, does this look sexy? Like seriously, this looks super sexy. Would have liked the first one, do this without getting me stopped out. I honestly should have played this tighter or looser. That's my bad. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. But we have nice bearish engulfing.
It's always the wrong way. We know that, right? If you take it tighter, get stopped out. If you take it looser, you wouldn't have needed it. I could have gone way more.
Yeah, right.
Always the wrong side.
I don't like that. Yeah, I'm already in AU. Where's AU? There's AU. There you go. Lucas says that'd be so weird if that happened. You get back like 2 ETH, a fort. You get 2 ETH of Fortnite and it crashes. Go get fuel and there's like, nah, ETH has no value now. God. That would be miserable. But I mean, that's the same thing with any like fiat currency. As long as it's accepted and trusted by the government and the people, then you're good. But you know, one day we could go get gas and they were like, the dollar does no value anymore. And you're like, I'm sorry, it has what now? That was the Great Depression, basically. No one could buy anything. Credit was frozen. I get the weirdest fucking emails, man.
Can you go back to UUSD in a 1 hour?
Yeah.
I want to get in and missed your screen. Okay. The bear is not yet in. He was in before, got stopped out, and now is waiting for re-entry.
Yeah, I am not in this trade at the moment. Hello, Nick. How are you? Welcome to our humble abode. Question is, do I want to get in on this engulfing? I kind of do. I actually really do. It's on the hourly. 5 minute is valid-ish. Kind of valid, not really.
Yeah, but it's still nice. You got that little crooked M. You're building out a bearish structure.
Yeah, you have an M.
It breaks the level.
I say I get in on the hourly, yeah. I probably put the stop in the same place above the 2 wicks here. Can you guys hear that, or is it not making noise? That'd be awesome if it wasn't making any noise.
I only hear your music.
Good. What do I want to target? That's the real question. Yeah,
that will probably not be a good risk to reward, right? To the blue zone.
1.5.
Still decent.
I'd still probably take Friday's low. $1,600. Yeah, it's a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I think this is my target, and this is where I go break even. That's how I play that.
Yeah. Bye, Carl. Have a great day.
See you, Carl. I'm about to enter this trade, guys, and I'm very sorry for the noise that Magic Keys is going to make. I apologize. I do love me a 45 pip stop loss, though. Super comfy.
Back to roots.
Back to my roots. Ham and cheese already jumped in. What a madman. I will be getting in on the close of this candle. Had my BFB signal a few minutes ago. Oh, you traitor. You traitor, ham and cheese. You should join Outback. How dare you be on BFB? Although BFB is actually quite nice strat. I do have to admit they did a great job revamping it. When is the close of this candle? 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Watch it just like straight reverse on me. Next candle shoots through the high. And that is the close. And that is the pain of that noise. All right, what we get in on that week? I like this. Let's go over here and pretend like this happened properly. With the salve later.
What's that?
What's what?
I just did get an auto confirmation.
Did you know? Hey. So you did.
Yeah, that I did did get too.
Yeah,
you should have a look after
Yeah,
you've done with EU.
I got it. I just checked my phone. Oh my lord. Asia session.
Let's look at Aussie Swiss.
Let's look at Aussie Swiss.
That's decent.
It's not bad.
It's a bit of a bet.
I like the Stoke.
Yeah.
You see all the other entries though? Rough Asia
not
session,
so
right?
much.
Rough Asia session. I just want to be on top of the leaderboard with 0 losses with the most underrated strat, but then some random China news came which got me a loss. Aw. Dean, still long dollar yen. I did grab a short on AU as well. Okay, I'm enjoying the live. Thanks, boys. No problem, Dean. I'm glad you enjoy it. Still long on this. Let's go take a look on the hourly. Oh, so sexy. So very sexy. I wish you many pips, Dean. Many pips. Ooh,
looking good.
That looks nice. You better start looking nice before I start saying expletives.
AU 1 hour, please.
AU 1 hour. Well, there we go. There you have it. I'm sure you can pull this chart up too. Asshole streamer. Yeah, so basically same thing is happening on EU, right? We're at a zone right now. We had to push down. We then filled that. I think it was no, it wasn't. Never mind. We had to push down, came back, double topped, triple topped.
It's almost a triple top, yeah.
Yeah, it's a double top, slightly lower than the other top, but it's nice. We had a huge engulfing bearish, same thing on EU. We're targeting the bottom zone here. It looks really good for a short, you know? Sam, thanks, Bear. I found this morning informative and extremely entertaining. I'll be back. I appreciate that, Sam. We're here same time tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Yeah, both of these could win. That'd be like, because like I'm targeting a 1 to 4 here, and AU I'm targeting like a 1 to 5. So like a 1 to 9 on the 20 pip challenge would be like four levels.
Especially in the beginning. I mean, we did the simulations.
Well, I already had one. I already had one winner
early.
I had one winner. So I started a new challenge last week because I already failed the first one. So I started a new challenge. I had one winner, which was a 3R on EU, which is this one here.
Nice.
So I'm currently up 100% or 90% on the account, except for I just took a loss. So I'm up 90% on the account. I took a loss, which puts me up like
60.
40%. Because remember, it's 30% of the new balance, not the original balance.
True.
So
True.
I went up 90 and then took 30% of the new balance, which is 190%. So up like 40% now. But yeah, this was the trade on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Super sexy. 3 candles, done. 3R. Then it tweezered and turned around. Super sexy. Shit I love. EU halfway to my TP. Where the hell is your TP? What are you trading, the 1 minute? Excuse me. Yeah, of course you are, ham and cheese. You madman. Ham and cheese makes me so jealous. Because he is doing really well trading. He's like really come a long way. And he's, ham and cheese, what are you like, 18? 16? Alan, this is my first time attending. Is this just a Monday thing? I'm loving it. 15 in about 10 days. I'm 16. I hate you so much.
I would kill to go back in time and have your knowledge and your skill set at the age of 16.
I know, me too, man.
I mean, if you do it like in a solid way, just take your exams and then go to uni. And once you graduate, you probably will be a millionaire if you trade on alongside.
You're like, no kidding, man. No kidding. Alan, this is a thing that Sven and I do every Monday. I typically do a analysis stream with Sven on Monday, and then on Tuesdays I do a live trading stream. This week we reversed it because Sven wasn't supposed to be here, but he is. So now you just get double the Sven.
Or I'll just leave you hanging tomorrow. Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah,
we can do a vote on that. Do you want bear just for yourself?
No, everybody asks for you every time.
You want to have your Arnold alongside?
Every time I do a solo stream, everyone's like, Sven joining us today? I was like, I don't know, he might. You never know. But yeah, it's every Monday, every week we do this. You can check the live calendars. It's always during London Open, so you can always just put it in your calendar and expect it. Come and join us. Have a good time. Ham and cheese, I am so confident that you will make this your job by the time you're 18. Like, I swear to God, you are killing it.
In case you're still speaking there, not transmitting.
Sorry, I went to go grab a drink, and for some reason, my brother's apartment like kills my wireless headset 10 feet from my computer. I just gotta stop fucking around watching YouTube videos. Hey, I mean, it's as long as, ooh. What was that? What is this? What's going on? Is that just the pound? Oh, that is just the pound. Is there some news that I didn't know about?
I'm just
checking. Oh shit. Huh, I'm very confused. I just hit, I don't know what's happening over there. Is there news, pound news going on right now?
No.
5 o'clock? No, nothing. No, it's just some movement. Nice. Sven, all my trades closed.
What?
Yeah, they just got it wasn't account protector.
Oh,
Did it happen to you too?
let me check. It shouldn't.
Yeah, I still have another 1.5% left.
No, I'm still. Let me see. Yeah, no, I'm still in it.
Oh, I might be getting an email from MFF then. I don't know why though. That is weird. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That is very, very, very strange. We are up $5. Let's go.
Not a CMOB trades.
Not the CMOB trades. CMOB trades are still open. So those are the two trades, EU and AU. AU is up 350. EU is up 130. Still looking super sexy. That's a side project with Sven. Also trading that at the moment. Oh,
Nice
I see.
trade, Ham.
Nice trade, ham and cheese. Nice trade. Nice stop loss. Otherwise, you would have got, your face kicked in by that retrace. Do you only target 1-to-1? Good. Got in GU right before the drop. Nice. Very nice. I wanted to get into GU, but I didn't like where it was in the middle of nowhere on my 1 hour. And I didn't like this sort of like liquidity line I had going on here. Or wedge.
I have a tip for Ham. You might want to change your trading view settings so that it doesn't show the arguments of the indicator.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So if you right click in the chart and then use settings and then go to status line, you can untick on the indicators the arguments, and you don't get this very long, especially like on the TTF indicator, because they include so much stuff.
Right here.
This gets really, yeah.
So go right click settings, status line, and then you're going to remove the values and arguments.
Yeah.
If you have these open and you do this, then there you go. It gives you everything and you just don't need them. Oh yeah, this was me testing something. I was like, what is that indicator? What? Oh, that's the breakout finder. Don't need you either. This is the, I want to say that's volume profile, but it just doesn't want to. My drop down, does it show? No. Volume profile. Don't care. Looking sexy, looking sexy. AU's looking even better. So far, we looking good. Bear, do you have any YouTube videos? I have YouTube videos, but nothing worth watching.
And also not trading related. You have to add that.
Absolutely not trading related. If you want to see me down a raid boss in an MMO, I got YouTube videos. Actually changed my stop loss higher while that happened because market trading view orders are faster than limit orders. So I could be able to not have such a big loss. Oh, okay. It got rejected by 1-800 though. It was a good point. Yeah. Even though I could do that. Thank you, Baron Sven. You're welcome. What's your TP on EU? TP got hit. Let's go. Way to go, ham and cheese. On EU, my take profit is all the way down here at 0.1600. But my plan for EU is to move to break even once I hit my first zone, because I don't know if I'll get through it because of because of what I have on the left. Right, so I have this over here, which is why that zone exists. So I don't know if I will break that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna target, because I want a nicer RR here. So I'm targeting down here the low of Friday, but I'm going to move my break even once I get to my first zone. Kenya Lamar, EU. What about EU? Yeah, that is a hard zone at 0.25. Yeah, I don't know if we can break it. If it breaks it, we're good to go. If it doesn't break it, we're probably looking at a 1.5 TP, or we're looking at a break-even trade. We'll see what happens. Oh, I gotta input that. I have to input that trade. Oh, I have that date so wrong. That's supposed to be 11. Went short, stop loss was 30 pips. It was a loss. We were at 38.86. Result was, what was the result? Minus 1160.
So let's check Lucas' setup. He has a short on Aussie Cat.
Aussie CAD. There we go. 1 hour.
So entry at 0.89.
Also give me the time frame, Lucas.
Yeah, good point.
What was the entry? 0.89?
I mean, the candle was on the 1 hour.
Was it 0.89 even?
No, he means the time frame. So 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour. What's your entry time frame? Oh, 1 hour. Okay.
TP is 0.88. You're gonna need to give me, is it 0.88000? You're gonna have to give me all the digits. You also need to give me your stop loss. What is your stop loss? $8,000 stop loss is 89100.
No, that was the stop loss. The 89100.
Oh, I got that wrong. Take profit is 8 even. Here we go. And you said we're on the hour right now. So did you enter on the close of the 8 o'clock candle? No. Wait, I'm very confused.
Yeah, I'm sure, because if you have a 3-line strike there, but it should be then on the close of that candle.
It could also just be that his broker data is way different than the one I'm using.
Yeah. Okay.
My setup was
Or did you?
I entered
So you
aggressively
entered,
because
yeah,
so
he entered mid candle. So once it broke the low
even.
of
That's not even mid candle.
nobody. What was the entry? 89.
Up
Okay.
here.
Yeah, that was really really early.
That was extremely aggressive, but I do like this. I like the 3 bullish 3-line strike here. Bearish engulfing.
Can you zoom out a little bit? Oh yeah, I do like it too.
Yeah, I like to take profit. That's the same one I was looking at earlier. I like the setup. I think your entry is way too aggressive unless you took this like here.
Even there.
I mean, I could have got it. I could see getting into the bottom of this candle.
Yes.
But I still don't like the price action here. Like this isn't sexy, right? That's an engulfing that can't even break the lows here. I wouldn't do that.
It did barely did.
Not the low, just the close.
That's true.
Lows are here. Yeah. But like this one would be like, that's amazing. Like if you wanted to play this super tight, that's how I would play that with the entry on this nice bearish candle. But it's a good setup, right? But yeah, I obviously don't enter aggressively.
Or at least that aggressively.
That aggressively.
Because at least if we got the entry point right, it's just at that point you have no idea what's happening within that candle. So there's been no indication it actually will be a 3-line strike and engulfing.
Right, because for all you know is that like this candle pushes down, then you get in, and then halfway through it goes all the way back up and closes up here at the end of the hour, and you're like, oh, what the hell? Like this, for example, right? So this push down here looked like it was going to be a nice engulfing, and then turned around and went the other way. So, or this, for example, right? So look at that, right? Huge push down, 40 pip push down, closing 20 pips up. So that's all. That's the only criticism I have for you. If you're trading the hourly charts, trade the hourly chart, right? If you want to trade the 15-minute or the 5-minute, like you can absolutely have traded this and taken this morning star entry, or sorry, this evening star entry right here. So 5-minute evening star entry, nice entry, it's totally okay. If you're trading the 1 minute, right? So it depends what you're doing. But if you're going to trade the 1 hour, stick to the 1 hour. Get in at the close of the candle.
Ham asked, Ben, when did you guys ever trade the lower time frames, like 1 minute, even the second time frames?
Yes,
I still do. I'm currently trading on the 1 minute.
I traded on the 1 minute. I blew like 5 funded challenges trying to trade the 1 minute before I realized the 1 minute is not a place I should stay.
Yeah, actually, Ben and I, we both traded the same strategy back in the days, and it was a strategy where you just had a lot of entries.
Yeah.
And this just evoked really bad things within both of us. And now I'm trading more like DeLorean, and DeLorean doesn't give you much signals. So it's exhausting because I have to watch the 1 minute for like 2 or 3 hours and only get your between 1 and 3 entries. But other than that, I really enjoy it. It's different than what we did before. Because before you had like 10, 12, 15 entries in a session. So a lot of room for errors, and we did take our errors.
Oh yeah. 48608. This is Aussie CAD that we're looking at right now, and it makes a nice double top with a bearish engulfing, and this is where your entry should have been.
Could have been.
Could have been. Should have been. If you wanted to get in, I think that's where it should have been. Alan, if trading on the 1 hour, should you look for confirmation on lower time frames to enter a trade? Never go down to get confirmation, always go up. So if you're trading on the 1 hour and want to enter on the 15-minute, that's perfectly fine. You can get your confirmation or your bias on the 1 hour, find your entry on the 15-minute, but don't go for an hour trade that you are looking for confirmation on the 15-minute. That doesn't work. We always go from highest to lowest time frame. Higher time frame holds more sway over the lower time frames. Well, that's not sexy. Look at that candle rejection. Look at that wick. Sad face. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We had a nice push down. We had to have a bit of a retrace to retest the lows. Because these are the lows of Asia. Yep. So we broke the lows. We are now retesting the lows of Asia. See if it holds. I'm long on EU actually right now. It hit the S&D I already had drawn up. Well, I hope you lose, ham and cheese.
Come on.
You're either with me or you're against me, ham and cheese.
No, you can both win. Come on.
I know he's
He
trading
will
the one.
be long out before your stop loss is hit.
I know, but I just couldn't afford. I couldn't pass up the chance to be funny. All right, I'm off to bed. Thanks very much, guys. This was my first time in the stream. Really appreciate the feedback, and I look forward to the next one. I am glad you enjoyed it, Lucas. You have a good night. I'm not trading anymore. I got my point, but this was what I had drawn in.
I like it.
I think it's horrible. Should not be long. Should be short. No, that's nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. I want to put another EU and then an AU for later. Whoops.
How long are you planning to stream today, Bear?
Probably another half hour. The usual.
Okay. Yeah, probably will tap out soon. I have to go grocery shopping and have something for lunch.
Oof. It's cooking with Bear. Cooking with Sven. Cat at 10 hours. No, we're not doing another 10-hour stream. That was like a. That was.
Did it even get processed? Or did it mess everything up? The upload?
Oh no, it worked perfect.
Okay.
Oddly enough, the 10-hour stream went up, and the 2-hour stream I did the following day didn't.
Oh, I thought the 10-hour stream was causing problems.
I thought so, but no, that one uploaded no problem.
I imagine you're used to this like 2-3 hours. Like, okay, that's already pretty long, but it's Bear, so I take it. And you open the app and was like, what is happening?
Why?
I'm way beyond the 3 hours mark, it's still playing. Why is my bar still not even in the middle? The focus bar, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, some people are going to be very surprised.
I mean, I only entered at the end, but I think it was a pretty nice one. I don't know how the beginning and the middle was.
A lot of fun, honestly. I had so much fun for 10 hours.
Great.
We had a great solid start, and then we just, talked and had a good time, and then at the end, Jenks and you came in and Jay came in. We had a nice solid finish. That was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed being live during mix and actually talk about getting into trades and what we are seeing.
Can I please have a look at your first take profit zone in EU? Sure. Yeah, I have my 2 trades. I'm probably just gonna let these trades run, and I don't think we'll be finding anything else today. So I really want to know what happened on the other account, though. That was really weird. Because they closed with minus 0.2 and minus 0.01% loss, and then just shut everything down. Super weird. Super weird. And I don't think I got margin called because we're nowhere near the margin requirements. And the stop, the automatic stop, is at what, 4.5, and it's only at 3.2. EU did a full retrace. Unfortunate. Part of trading. If we get the same thing we got here, nice 2 candles down, 2 candles down. Hey, he's sexy. But this week's actually, this week looks really nice for news. It's really calm. We got,
Yeah, it would be great. Some points to be made.
yeah, we got GDP announcement out of yen. Tuesday, we got not a whole lot coming out from pound, unemployment numbers, GDP out of the EU tomorrow, but that's not gonna be anything crazy. Then you have CPI numbers on Wednesday for the pound, so but that's prior to London Open, so who cares? We'll just trade afterwards. Retail sales don't really do anything in the US. CPI for CAD. Thursday, there's nothing. Friday, there's just Lagarde speaking. Yeah, it's a calm week. I like that. I like calm weeks. I can enjoy my day.
I'm so tired. The weather around here is pretty weird right now. We get a lot of fog.
Oh, we had that earlier.
I don't know if we have those foggy days. I feel like I never wake up like 100%.
Yeah, I love fog. Not when I have to go driving through it, but when I'm just sitting at home, I love it. Baron Sven, I honestly don't know, but is this a decent equity curve?
What?
What the hell is this RR curve? The equity curve is nice. You plateaued a little bit, and then like this is what you kind of want over the course of what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Nice steady growth. I'd say that's a nice equity curve.
I would say it could be the beginning of a nice equity curve because right now it's just too early.
Yeah.
Because what you can see is you have the you have close to 50 trades. I guess it's trade and not days.
I would say days, but I have no idea.
For me, it looks like trades because the
it might be trades. Yeah, you're right.
Because the angle is equidistant.
True.
So what you can see is that for like 3 of the 5th, you just break even and then you take off.
Yeah.
So it's yet to be decided whether this takeoff is really the start of the beginning of a climbing P&L, or just it could be a fluke still. But it looks promising.
Daniel is in Sofia. Plenty of fog. I'm in Ohio, East Coast. Sven is Germany. I'm getting close to snow now. It's starting to get cold enough for it to start snowing here, and I love snow, but I don't love driving in the snow.
If I look out the window, I already see snow on the mountaintops.
Good candle on GU and EU. Those it's music to my ears.
Unless they're long like ham.
Yeah. But I know CAT is short GU, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah, that's a very nice price action too, building nice market structure.
Falling three. That's what we like to see, everybody. That is a falling three method. Bearish, bullish, 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 engulfing the whole thing. Bearish. That is a continuation pattern on AU. That's what we like to see.
Getting all excited.
I love candlestick patterns, dude. They get me all giddy.
I actually sent last today the one I've made in, I think it was June for TTF.
Yeah. It's awesome. So it looks like the fog is on a big portion of Europe. You guys are just having a smoky winter.
Yeah, it's called fog of war. Ha ha ha.
It's just Amsterdam. They've been hotboxing Europe. Bless you. Yeah, same here in Bucharest. Fog all over. Yeah, I'm convinced it's Holland. Holland's just been smoking the good ganj, and it's just covering Europe.
Okay, I can tell it's about time to end the stream now.
We're just getting started. We had terrorism.
We came a long way. Frauds, terrorism, and now just regular weeding.
Hey, weed is legal in the States.
Depending where you are.
No, it's pretty much legal everywhere. You just
really?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like 40 states out of 50 it's legal. But what's funny is it's legal in each state, but you can't take it from one state to the other because that would be that'd be crossing a federal boundary, and now it's illegal federally. But locally it's legal. So you can literally buy a joint in Washington and smoke it. Drive to California, buy a joint and smoke it. That's legal. But if you buy a joint in Washington and carry it to California, then smoke it, no longer legal.
That's so weird.
Right?
You Americans.
It's so stupid. They should just legitimize all drugs and tax the daylights out of it, man. That would just solve all the money problems. It's already a $1 billion industry. Get some sales tax on it. Thanks a lot, guys. Really enjoyed today's session. Can't wait till next time. Have a great day. You have a good day too, Alan. We'll be here again tomorrow with the same shenanigans.
Different title, same thing.
Different title, same shenanigans. A little more structured. Not really.
Not really, no.
Money problem solved and people's happiness. Exactly. Legalize drugs everywhere, guys. Hashtag legalize drugs. Although I don't know if I ever told you about that story, Sven. During the
I'm curious.
Oh, it's nothing crazy. During the last election in the US, I think it was when Trump was running, I think, or Biden. I don't remember which one it was. But basically most drugs got legalized in pretty much every state because the bill was up for voting in most states.
Mm-hmm.
And in most states, it was voted to be legalized. And no one really talked about it because everyone was talking about the major election that was happening. And somebody went on Twitter and said, why is nobody talking about the most like underdog victory currently happening in this election? I just want to congratulate drugs on winning the war on drugs. They've been fighting it since the 1950s, and they just won. Drugs just won the war on drugs. Going
There's
now to
actually
smoke a
a
joint.
great documentary on YouTube from a former drug dealer who speaks about his experience and everything.
Yes, I've seen it.
And he was pretty frank about he was really hustling with weed to make money before it gets legalized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alan, enjoy your joint and have a good time. Ham and cheese. Have you guys ever tried weed? I tried weed once. Nothing happened. I didn't get high. And my friend said, well, you need to smoke more times for it to work. And I said, why do I need to invest in getting high? I'm just going to go have a whiskey and get drunk. And that was the last time I ever smoked weed or did any drugs. It's the first and last time. Dean, looking forward to the volume trading when weed makes it on the ticker as a commodity. Oh, the day weed gets traded as a commodity on the futures exchange, I am all over that. Head and shoulders on 5-minute GJ.
Imagine we have this stream and someone goes, let's look up purple haze.
Oh, that is really nice. Look at this price action.
Really, that's textbook.
But look how it's reacting to my trend line. Which, and by the way, my trend line doesn't look that sexy. Like, look at this trend line. I mean, it's a correct trend line, but like you had this shit that happened down here as well. But it is just reacting to it. Yes, this is a Head and Shoulders, Dylan.
Yeah, very nice one.
This guy says same. Only tried weed once. That was it. Yeah, I don't really see the need or the want to smoke weed. I'm not against it by any means. I want people to smoke it, legalize it, and if you enjoy smoking weed, more power to you.
I found it very funny during COVID when they were hustling people to get actually their shot. I think in California, a few of these actually offered you a joint when you get your vaccination.
That'd be incentive.
That was a nice one.
I would have got my vaccination, taken the joint, and sold it.
Do you guys think trend exists?
What does that even mean, ham and cheese? What does that even mean? Are you smoking weed? Because
isn't he from the Netherlands?
I think so.
I mean, that's basically his breakfast.
That's true. This is true.
Let's go full stereotype.
Probably high already. I actually have a funny story of a bunch of my friends went to Amsterdam, and they're all potheads, right? And one day they went to go see Helen Keller's house, right? Because that's a whole tourist thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
I shit you not. The 5 of them got to the grass in front of her house, smoked a massive joint, got so high, they spent 5 hours just sitting on the lawn in front of the house, forgot why they were there, went back to their hotel, never went back. Completely forgot the purpose of their trip.
I think they had the purpose and trip full in mind, and it is like double speaking.
Yeah, they just got so incredibly high. There was one guy there that was sober, and he was talking to me about it. He goes, "Yeah, we got to the point where one of the guys was looking at the other one, and he goes, man, you know," and that was the end of the sentence for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, everything was sad, and I guess all of them understood what he meant. Like, dude, yeah.
Because an uptrend on the 1 hour can be a retrace of a downtrend on the daily, which can be repeated infinitely. So do you guys think trends exist? And yes, I am from the Netherlands. Okay, so yes,
of course, do trend exist. And that's the fractal nature of the market.
Yeah, trends always exist. It's just a question of your reference point. So yes, a retrace of a. So if you have an uptrend on the daily and you get a retrace that is a downtrend on the hourly, a strong downtrend on the hourly because it's a retrace on the daily. and a retrace of the downtrend on the hourly is a strong uptrend on the 5-minute. But it's all relevant to how long you're staying in the markets, right? Like if you're trading the hourly and you're staying in an hourly going for like 4 days, you need to be conscious of what's happening on the daily. If you're in a 5-minute trade and you're only staying in the market for 20 minutes, nobody cares what's happening on the 1 hour trade, on the 1 hour chart. You only care about what's happening in the 5-minute chart. If you're on the 1 minute, nobody gives a shit about what's happening higher than the 15-minute because it's not going to matter. You're going to be in and out of the markets beforehand. And Dean is making lots of money. Holy shit, Dean.
Nice.
Dean be rolling in it today. This is a textbook entry, guys. Textbook, right? Look at this. You have a massive downtrend. This is a bearish pennant or a bullish pennant because you had a flagpole, whatever the hell we want to call it. You had to move down into a symmetrical triangle, into a breakout of that triangle, and a reversal. This is like textbook price action trading. Welcome to the big leagues. It's so this is the sort of shit I love about trading. It's so sexy. Look at it go.
And these are all the sort of trades where you have basically no drawdown within the trade.
Oh, that's the best.
That's so nice.
GU, a nice candle there. Very sexy. So if anybody wants to know how to trail a stop loss in a trade, let me explain it to you using pound yen right here. Or can I do it on this one? I can. This is fucking gorgeous. Right. So if you wanted to trail your stop loss in this trade, so let's just say we enter here, right? We're on the 5-minute chart. So we enter the trade. We're going to say here. Stop loss here. Okay. I'm going to use horizontal lines for stop loss because that's the only way this is going to work. So this is how you trail a stop loss using market structure. It's, I think, the best way to do it. And it's the safest way to without getting stopped out. So initially you enter the trade here. Your trade moves it toward in your direction. Then you get a nice pullback. Once you get the pullback, you get a nice push up. So when this happens, you break the pullback, you make new structure. Now what you do is when you make new structure here, right? So price is pulled back and gone up again, you move your stop loss to break even. Don't want that, I want this. So new market structure is formed. You use your old market structure as your break even point. Then when you get new market structure again here, then we get a break above, we go to the previous market structure. Our new stop loss goes here. And you're gonna do this repeat. This is gonna get a pullback and a push longer, then your stop loss goes here. And then from here, so here we got a pullback and a break. And on your next pullback and on your next break, your stop loss goes here. And that is a 30-second lecture on how to trail a stop loss using market structure.
And that's a 2 behind. You can also do 1 behind.
Yeah, you can also do 1 behind, but it's not as...
You can also do more behind if you want to.
Yeah.
That should be reflective of how you trade and what the trade typically looks like.
Sven is correct.
That's part of my job title, being correct.
Well, you are German.
Yeah, it comes without saying, right?
It's kind of like in the job description. You're German, you're correct. Das Auto. God, I love Volkswagen commercials. Have I ever showed you the German Coast Guard commercial?
I know one. What are you thinking about?
Yeah,
That one? Yeah.
I love that one.
Really funny.
It cracks me up every time. So that's the way you can trail a show a spare. I'm not going to show it on stream. That should be a waste of people's time. I'll send you the link though. Here. Here you go. Enjoy. This
The
is
language can be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I told you the story about the Mazda convertible, right? Did I?
No, I don't think you did.
So Mazda, a few years, 10 years more back, had this very nice open car, the MR2. Very nice car, great motor, great price, great driving experience. Really, really awesome car, and it was a top seller within Europe, everywhere but in France. And the reason for that being just language, because the car's name was MR2, which in French is MR2.
Oh yeah.
And MR2 sounds a lot like merde.
Yeah.
And merde means shit in French. So nobody wants to drive a shit car.
Yeah. What do you have? I have shit car. Yeah, that's funny. So we have heaps of flooding here in Aussie, and our house had some minor flooding. Wife tells me to get off the phone and stop our shit getting wet. I tell her to throw it in the fucking puddle, and I will buy her new shit with this trade. Way to go, Dean. Way to go. You show her who's boss. That is not financial advice. Words that will get you broke. You had a really nice entry on CMOB as well for this. Way the hell back here.
Yeah, but back there it didn't look sexy, didn't it?
I mean, it looked alright. It looked all right. Because you're making like higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You struggle a bit here.
Which was to be expected. That's what made me hesitant to enter there.
Yeah. But when this holds here and you get a reject, or even here.
That's nice, yeah.
Bounce
Later
here.
entry looks pretty nice.
Yeah. But here you're oversold, so I don't know if you feel how you feel about that. So overbought, sorry. This one was totally a valid entry. Don't tell Jay. This is where the valid entry happened. Nobody tell Jay. Be our secret. My monitor has been struck down by the gods. Must make do with shitty MT4 app. What do you mean your monitor has been struck down by the gods? Vaughn, what did you do?
There is a site called Amazon, and they actually have so many monitors to sell them to you.
Wait, what?
I mean, just get a new. If a piece of equipment gets
I understand.
destroyed,
I understand what you're saying.
It's basically God's way of saying, hey, buy a bigger one.
I was for some reason the way you said that, I was thinking there was a website in Germany that had so many monitors they were basically giving them away like for a really low price. And I was like, Sven, why have you not told me about this place sooner? And what is the website? But you were just like, yeah, go to electronics website and buy a monitor. You what? Yeah, I thought the same, right? We just thought we'd hit the gold mine of electronics. The lower half is darker and it smells like burnt electronics. I turned it off immediately.
Good choice.
What the hell, Vaughn? I think it is time to get a new monitor, Vaughn. Time to get a new monitor. Oh my God. Also, I don't know how people trade on mobile.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. All I can do on a mobile is just trade management.
Right, like close the trade.
Yeah.
They close the trade, move the stop loss, that sort of stuff. But I hate like MT4 doesn't even on mobile doesn't even let me drag the stop loss and take profit lines. Like that is
so annoying.
It's so annoying. But
yeah, I would totally fat finger it.
I used to trade on mobile when I because that was when I didn't understand risk management, and I would just trade with like one standard lot. That was it.
Then it's easy.
Right, every trade was one standard lot, and I would just calculate the pips and the stop loss in my head and put it in. But now it just makes me nervous. Like trading on mobile just makes me nervous. I really don't like it. I don't know how anybody actually does it. How's AU looking?
Good idea. Let's look at AU.
AU's looking amazing. Not there, it's not. There it is. Look at it.
Nice.
We're hitting the low here, which
nice
is
structure.
Yeah. Now it's the question of, do we break this low here?
AU is bullish. Ham coming back at you.
Ham and cheese. There is a kick button. I don't know. Is there a kick button on Zoom?
Let's find out.
I don't think there is.
I mean, I'm not the admin.
Participants, ham and cheese. Yeah, I can remove him or put him in a waiting. I can put him in a waiting room. Ham and cheese, do you want a timeout? Oh my God. Trading on mobile is such a pain in the ass that I'd rather just skip the whole trading day if the possibility to trade would be on mobile. I've done that actually.
I would like to be able to do it.
No, the MT5 app is just as shit. They didn't update anything. The only thing they updated between the MT4 and MT5 app is you have dark theme. Roots.
For me, the thing is, my trading view works nicely on mobile, but I can't do any analysis on mobile because just the screen is so small.
Yeah.
I don't get the right feel for the market.
It's so clunky. And also, Root says you trade in mobile when you got no choice, but I always have a choice, and the choice is not to trade. I would rather not trade for 4 months than trade on mobile. Let's just put it that way. Why is MetaTrader still dominating the market? Because they have no competition.
Oh, they do have.
Not really. They're
there
just
quite a few good ones, but MetaTrader was just simply the first one, build a base, and with the coding, they just were able to keep their base. That's also why MT4 is still so prominent.
Yeah.
Because all the coding, a lot of the coding works in MQL4 still.
That's what I'm talking about. Is nobody's created a platform. Excuse me. Nobody's created a universal platform that really rivals them. I mean, CTrader is really good. It's coming to prevalence now, but there is.
There are a few like NinjaTrader and TradeStation and stuff like this, but they simply.
Well, TradeStation is only with TradeStation though. It's like Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade, right? There's a ton of platforms out there, but they're specific to that broker.
Yeah, then take NinjaTrader, but they cater to a different group of people.
Right.
This is more like algo trading and stuff like this.
And also, I think nobody has created a platform that's better than MT4. That's the thing. You could switch, but you're not really there's no benefit to switching, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And also all my brokers offer use MT4, so I'll just use MT4 as well. So since everybody uses it and nothing is better, you'd need someone to come out with a trading platform that offers more things and a benefit to switching, and then everybody will migrate over from MT4, and then MT4 will be forced, or MetaTrader will be forced to actually improve what the hell's going on. Almost like Windows, exactly. Yeah, CTrader is the only competition, but the problem with CTrader is that it's not the next best thing, if you will, right? It's just another option, right? So it is something that you can do. It's something you can go check out or use, but it's not like you have to be on CTrader. There's so many better features. There's so much better functionality for bots and algo trading and normal trading and risk management and yada, 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 yada. You keep going on. If it was like night and day, just a better platform, everybody would migrate. But it's it's the same thing, different name, different skin, different UI, whatever, it's the same thing. So that's the problem. I would really love for somebody to come out and just be like, here's the best platform in the world. Get out of the way, MetaTrader, and I would change in a heartbeat. That would just be the best day ever. That would really just be an amazing day. That would be my life goal. Yes, ham and cheese. So please, I need you to be a professional trader by 18. I need you to make about $100 million by 20, and then use that money to fund a coding company to overthrow MetaTrader. That is your life goal in the next 4 years. Enjoy. This can't be a 20-year project because that'll be too late for me. Right? I need it now. And I would do it, but I'm too busy putting millions of dollars into an airplane.
You're just being stupid.
Sven, am I never not?
Yeah, true.
Oh God, I can't help it. I mean, I enjoy having too much fun. I don't like AU at the moment. EU broke the low. I like this. This is really nice. We broke the low. Good market structure. Very sexy. I like this. We're struggling a little bit right now. But AU, man. AU just rejected the low. I don't want you to turn into consolidation. For a market filled with fat cats and whales, Forex is still underdeveloped. Weird. You have to understand that the fat cats and the whales are not trading on MetaTrader. So, yeah, that's not a thing. A lot of the fat cats and whales are mostly trading stocks, or they just call their broker and they're like, hey, can you dump $10 million into Tesla? And that they do, and then they go about their day. And also, anyone who's making millions of dollars on using MetaTrader, if that's what they're doing, don't really give a shit, right? It works. It works well enough. It buys and sells. These guys also don't, go on MetaTrader mobile to do $1 million trades on the fly.
I think you would be surprised.
I probably would be, honestly. Personally, I would never put in $1 million trade on MetaTrader mobile. I wouldn't trust it. I would not trust it. Now on Robinhood, I'd definitely do that because they're an upstanding company. They
so
trade
for me, it's time to leave.
Oh no, Sven is abandoning us.
Something to eat, and I'm in a trade, so it's better for me to leave the.
Which trade are you in?
I'm short on DAX.
Nice.
You have to go if you want to see. You have to go to 1 minute.
Oh my God, where did you get short on DAX? It's barcode. Did it here?
It's not barcoding. It built up a new low, and I played the pullback.
Here?
Yeah.
That's sexy. I like that.
Yeah, I ended a bit late, but still, I think.
Stop loss above the previous?
No. Stop loss above the recent high. Just there, yeah.
Ooh.
Typical pullback play.
Yeah, evening star.
And only I'm targeting the
Below?
even a bit higher there.
Here.
It's different than mine. You have to zoom out a little. Yeah, that kind of like the left I need. I'm calling.
Oh, right, great.
That white pin bar down on the left hand side. No, left hand, more left. That one down there.
Oh, down here.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the level I'm targeting. So it's a 2R.
Well, you got a nice little push down.
Yeah, but right there is where I'm concerned, because there's a lot of happening, as you can see.
Yep.
But it's still so close that I didn't want to break even there already.
Mm-hmm.
So have to see.
Well, go enjoy lunch. I guess I can wrap things up and be normal. 3-hour stream.
You will be back tomorrow, so.
We will. Anybody, final questions, final comments, concerns?
And
Lay them
whoever's
on me.
buying DAX right now, stop it, please.
We're buying DAX right now. AU, we're still looking good on AU. The concern is that it doesn't break this low. That's what we need it to do. So if we break this low, we have we have another low here that needs to get through, but a lot better downside. Dean says, thanks for the laughs and the insight, boys. I will keep listen, but an off to hand my pulse back to my wife and pretend to clean up. Hope to tune in again sometime. Long on UJ and short on AU still running. And I have a short on NAS. Wish me luck. If I fuck this up, I'll be getting beaten upside the head. I wish you the best of luck, Dean. And if you're looking forward if you're looking for us, we'll be here tomorrow, same time. If it does not break, then close off the trade. No, just keep an eye on it, Sky. Ski. It is, hold on, you gotta help me here. Is it Sky or Ski? I know it's with an I, but please tell me, because I struggle with this every time we have a stream. Is it like SKY or SKI? I know it's spelled SKI, but I'm just curious how it's pronounced. Or if is it something completely different? I will see you later, Barry. I got some tests tomorrow, so I won't be able to attend the stream. You will be missed, ham and cheese. You will be missed. Ski, okay, it is Ski, cool. Do you prefer to be called Ski or something else? You're always in the stream, that's why I ask. Nighttime dog walk with clear skies, love it. Thanks guys. Hey, you get down. I agree, Sapper. Let's go. Hey, you get down there. From the normal Chris. Too many with this name. All right, Ski it is. Ski it is. All right, guys, I enjoyed this. It was fun.
Have a great Monday.